Tell me, what was the harassment?
Well, before I started working as a car salesman, I was a struggling actor when I first arrived in Los Angeles. And I pretty much took any gig that I would get. And so one of those gigs was I did a photo shoot for a magazine. Well, it was a nude photo shoot. It was a golf themed photo shoot. Somehow Amir found out that I was in a women's adult magazine and he told everybody in the office about it. And it became a huge ongoing joke. Every day when I would show up to work, I was getting made fun of. They would make jokes about, or hey, are you putting with a 6 or a 9? This became.
Was it just Amir or other guys too?
Well, Amir was definitely the instigator. He's the one who started this all. And after that, it caught on and everybody else started making fun of me.
And how often did this take place?
Well, this became an everyday thing.
A daily routine? Were you aware of this?
I didn't hear those comments. What I'd hear is when they'd come into the room, sometimes he'd come in and they'd yell, "For," things like that.
And what does "for" mean?
Like, look out, balls on the way. It's a golf reference. When the picture showed up, I realized that this is a problem. This is more than our normal band.
Let me just talk to him, because you weren't the one who was showing the picture, were you?
Well,
How are you, Mr. Hasib?
Amir Hasib.
Okay. So you were the one who found this picture?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
true.
And after you found that picture of him on the internet posing in the nude with golf gear, what did you do?
To start with, the moment he joined our organization, I never liked him. He had this very assuming attitude and he was very condescending towards his fellow colleagues. To begin with, he was the one who started it. He was the one who started making fun of me. So, I had to get back at him. So I knew he is a failed actor. So I looked up on internet for him. I thought, I might find some of his commercials or something, which I might use to make fun. But I ended up finding his golf commercial in which he was nude, which was cheesy and hilarious. So I knew, that was my moment and I could make fun of him. And that's what I did.
And what kind of things did you say?
So I just said things like, do you like it from the green? Or like, a birdie. And these are very common golf terminology.
And when you say a birdie, what does that mean in relation to sexual?
I don't know what that means. I just said birdie. I mean, that's his interpretation. I never meant it sexually. He used words like that and I got back to him. So it was all like male to male talk, but I never interrupted him between his clients. So it was just between us, between the clients. So it was no way affecting his work or something which was affecting his productivity.
How do you know? Did your productivity go down?
Yes, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, it got in the way of my sales so much. On the way to work every day, my palms were sweating. I had panic attacks. I couldn't breathe.
The problem I have is whether it created a hostile work environment, whether it prevented you from doing your work, whether it drove you to the point where you could not come to work and be comfortable in the work environment. And I was puzzled by this case, so I made sure I did some research on it. One of the things is that it has to be severe, frequent, or both. Annoying and mildly offensive comments are usually not enough. Inappropriate jokes, derogatory comments, or innuendos about one's sexual preference, sexual organs, body parts, etc. And this continued on and on and on and on. So that's a workplace hostile environment. And the way you laughed it off, you encourage the continued conduct, because you as the employer, thinking it's no big deal, you just need to man up, you ignored what he was saying to you. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Well, that seems obvious, doesn't it? Now look, I don't know. Have you guys heard of this whole, people selling images of themselves online has taken a huge, can't say that. If you've chosen in the past to do a nude something or whatever and published it, I don't think it's against, the business. They can't make fun of you for it, but what they can do is fire you or not hire you because of that. And the reason for that is maybe they don't want that sort of conduct or past conduct to be the face of their business. And that's their choice to make. They are absolutely allowed to do that. What you're not allowed to do is make fun of someone every day for, sounds like a while, until they essentially quit. making every day of theirs miserable. I mean, that guy was really mean. It's just sort of male to male talk. Like, no, I mean, guys say that sort of thing, but it doesn't make it right, like and he did it, he admitted to completely doing it out of revenge. He was very uppity, so I was looking out for my chance to get back at him, and I found one, and so I took full advantage. Well, that's not moral, well, I mean, it's not what I would consider moral. There are different standards of morality, but that's not moral. That's wrong. Like, I was looking for where I could get my revenge at this guy. If that's how you live your life, then you live in a very sad world. Um, yeah, that poor guy. I mean, I do fault him for making the decision to do the nude photo shoot, but I don't fault him for suing his employer after his employer made every day of his a living hell for or every day of his horrible for who knows how long. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below.